Harry and Meghan's card dropped, as they say, the day before Christmas Eve, and as ever, as we predicted, it created a bit of mayhem. But how was it received by senior members of the British monarchy? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of Yorkshire today. Now, if you're a fan of Yorkshire, and who isn't, let's be fair, this is the area very close to a very famous, in fact, TV series called Last of the Summer Wine. It was the longest running situation comedy in the world. Trust me, it felt like it when you were watching it week after week. But on a serious note, it was a wonderful sort of slice of Yorkshire life. And if you do like this particular area, you're not too far away also from another very successful export, Heartbeat, which I know was shown in Canada and Australia. Let me know if it was shown in your part of the world. This was all about a 60s Bobby and the things that he encountered while living in a small Yorkshire village. Sometimes a little unbelievable, but nonetheless, great theme tunes and set in the 1960s. Oh, and also, one time it even featured a true 60s icon, Lulu. Yes, she popped up in there. Back as ever though to your Breaking Royal story of the day. Now, as we all know, that famous card, as I say, was released a couple of days ago now, but everybody was rather nice, and it was a delightful card, a little bit confusing to a lot of people. I think most people were focused on the fact that Prince Harry seemingly had grown more hair since the summer. In fact, for me, he looked a bit like one of those Girls' World dolls, you know, where you used to comb it and suddenly had longer hair. But, of course, I couldn't possibly comment on that. It did obviously look very photoshopped in many parts, and why not? We live in the digital world now, and they want to put forward their very best look. But how was this particular card received, according to very good sources, and as ever, allegedly within palace walls? Well, according to those good sources, they were rather confused. And let me explain the reasons why. Now, as we all know, Prince Harry was born a British prince. And there's nothing more sacred to our gracious Majesty the Queen than her Christian faith. And this particular time of year she holds with, of course, great affection. In fact, it was one of the most favourite times of the year for Her Majesty and the late Duke of Edinburgh. So you can imagine, I'm suspecting her dismay at the Christmas greeting which was on the cards. Now, I'm told this phrase, Happy Holidays, is very much a Californian slang. Let me know if that is the case as ever. But moving back to the picture, what did senior royals allegedly think? Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's a very relaxed picture of seemingly a very happy family. And their message, of course, was when they became parents to Archie, they, of course, were a mum and pa, or, you know, ma and pa, as they said. And then with the arrival of Lily Diana, they became a family. All very noble, and as I said before, all rather nice, given the fact that the proceeds of that sale, syndicated sale, will go to charities. But what about the look? Well, some people have said that this is very akin to the late great Princess Diana, the way she was holding her youngest son, Prince Harry. And again, why not, if that's what you want to do? Prince Harry's ripped jeans basically say a man who could be possibly approaching something of a rebel teenager. Not exactly the best look for someone associated with the British monarchy. But of course, as we've learned over this last year, if nothing else, Harry and Meghan like to do things their way, and they like to be more independent. And clearly, they don't seemingly care whether this fits in with a monarchy rule or not. So how was it received by senior royals? Well, let me just explain this word. I think a little bit of confusion, dismay, and, well, at points, despairing. But will that affect, of course, Harry and Meghan's move as they decide to push their brand in a more relaxed, informal way in 2022? But let me know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Did you like the picture? Did you think it was rather disrespectful? Or in fact, should Prince Harry have pushed ahead and wished, of course, people who still admire him and respect him here in Great Britain, the United Kingdom, Wales and Scotland, with a simple message of Merry Christmas? Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.